Hello everyone, welcome back to Easy Natural English with Liam. Today I'm going to talk to you about contractions or short versions of words. And these are really important if you want to understand native speakers because everyone uses these words. It doesn't matter what country they're from, America, UK, Australia, etc. Almost all native speakers use these words. And it doesn't matter about age either. It's not just young people using these, it's really everybody. So first I'm going to explain some easy ones that perhaps you've heard before. They're quite famous contractions. But later I'm going to give you some examples you might not have heard before. So yeah, stick around for those because they're going to help you to understand TV shows, movies, and just all native speakers. So the first ones, perhaps you've heard before. If I say, I wanna eat, can you understand? I think a lot of you can already. I wanna eat means I want to eat. So that to just becomes I wanna eat. And there are some other words where to just becomes So we also have going to. So like when we talk about the future, I'm going to go to the park tomorrow. We just say, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the park. So this going to go just becomes gonna go, okay? So it's when we're talking about future. Because if I say I'm going to the shop, then I can't say I'm gonna the shop, okay? So don't say that. I've heard some people learning English make that mistake. They're trying to sound more natural, trying to use these words, but it's not used like that. It's only used when we're using going to as like the future. So going to plus another verb. I'm gonna eat this sandwich. I'm going to eat this sandwich, okay? Also with to, another important one, we have gotta. So I gotta go. I gotta go means I have got to go. So this I've got to just becomes I've gotta. And a lot of native speakers will even drop the have. So they'll just say I gotta do this. Sorry, I gotta do this. Yeah, I have got to do this. I must do this. I need to do this. And yeah, also with the same meaning, when we say like, I have to do this, people will just say, I have to do this. I have to. So you see all these examples I'm giving you with to, it just becomes So there is a pattern. So it's not, I know you might be thinking, wow, this is so difficult. How can I understand? But just start to look for patterns because other languages do this too. I'm learning Japanese at the moment. They have the same thing in Japanese, but I've started to notice patterns and it helps me to understand when I hear new ones. So to often just becomes So if I said, I need to do this would be, I need to do this, you see? So this needa, not so many people use this one. Some people do. You probably will hear it in movies and things, but have to, gotta, gonna, wanna, a lot of people use these words. So try to remember these. Okay, so that was words with to. Now I'm going to explain words where of becomes short and the of also becomes the same as to. So for example, we have kind of. And I've explained this word in some other episodes before because it's really important, but I'm going to say it again because you really need to know this word because native speakers use it a lot. So if I say, if someone asks me, do you like this movie? And I'm thinking, it's okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Then I would say, I kinda like it. I kinda like it. And that kinda is kind of. I kind of like it. Do you like it? Kinda. Yeah, kinda. It means like it's not bad. It's okay. Do you want to eat this? Do you wanna eat this? Kinda. Yeah, I kinda wanna eat this. So I kind of want to eat this. I kinda wanna eat it. And yeah, if you're thinking, wow, how can I remember this? Don't worry, it will get easier with time, but it's really important because this is how most native speakers speak. So yeah, I kind of want to do this. What else we got with of? So also, sort of has the same meaning as kind of. So if I say, yeah, I'm sort of busy, it means the same as I'm kind of busy. So it means like quite busy, I'm kind of busy. And then yeah, sort of also gets shortened to sorta. I'm sorta busy. I'm sorta busy. I'm kind of busy. With of. Oh, so then we have words you've probably used a lot of times, like a lot of. So do you have many pens? Do you have many pens? Yes, I have a lot of pens. Yeah, most native speakers will just say a lot of pens. I have a lot of pens. I have a lot of pens. Yeah, a lot of pens. A lot of pens, you see. And then we also have like out of. So, like you might hear in movies like get out of here when they want someone to go away, but they say get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Yeah, leave this room or this place. Yeah, get out of here. You'll hear this in movies a lot, like people are you get a lot of these like emotional, angry characters. Get out of here. Yeah, so you'll hear that one a lot. So yeah, of gets reduced to So like I said, just look for the patterns, you see? Look for the patterns. If you hear a word with at the end and you're not sure, like what does this mean? Try to change it in your head for to or change it for of and think, does this make sense with one of these? So then we also have another word that gets shortened to and that is have. So if we're talking about a past conditional, like could have, then people will say, for example, if someone has a party and they don't tell me about the party, so I couldn't go, and I'm thinking, well, if they had told me, I could have gone to the party. It would have been possible. I could have gone to the party. People will just say, I could have gone to the party. So could have, coulda. I could have gone to the party if you'd told me. I could have gone to the party if you'd told me, if you had told me. Okay, so this past conditional, and then same with like past regrets. So, if I fail my exam and I'm thinking I should have studied harder. So I'm talking about like the past, something I wish I could change now. I should have studied harder. Just say I shoulda studied harder. I shoulda studied harder. So could have, coulda. Should have, shoulda. Can you guess what woulda means? Yeah, woulda means would have. So yeah, I would have gone to this party if you'd told me. I would have gone to the party if you'd told me. So yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda is just would have, should have, could have. And then sometimes people will also reduce would have to just, I would have to just I'da. I'da gone, I would have gone, I'da gone if you'd told me, I'da gone. And honestly, yeah, most native speakers use this all the time. And I know you're thinking, this is so difficult. I don't want to hear this, but you need to learn this. Yeah, if you want to understand native speakers, I'm sorry. This is how we speak. We're all very busy people. Not just English speakers, everybody. Yeah, and I'm sure in your language too, you make a lot of short versions of things because we just want to say things quickly. And when we're speaking normally, other native speakers can understand with no problem. So we get used to speaking like this. It's just a normal way of speaking. So don't worry, you will get used to it. Don't worry, just keep listening to natural English and you'll get used to these. So this next one actually is a bit easier. This one is nice and easy actually compared to the other ones. And that is with ng at the end of the word. So like swimming, running. So for the continuous tense, a lot of people will drop the G, so it will sound like running. I'm running, or I'm talking, I'm walking. So they'll drop the G off the end. especially hear this one with people who come from like the countryside, or perhaps, people who speak in kind of a cool way, again, like in movies. But honestly, a lot of people use this one. When I'm speaking quickly with other native speakers, I do this too. I'll say, I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm doing it, not doing it, but just doing it. I'm doing it tomorrow, you see. So yeah, it is used a lot. And then there's a way to shorten you when it comes after some verbs. So quite a common one, a little bit difficult, but again, it's another important one to know, is if somebody says, what are you doing? What are you doing? A lot of native speakers will take away the are. So then you've just got what and you, and then they'll push them together and they'll say, what you doing? And again, the G is gone off the end of doing. What you doing? So what are you doing? It will say this in your textbooks and on textbook CDs and things like that, when you're learning English. But yeah, a lot of native speakers will just say, what you doing? I'm not saying some native speakers don't say, what are you doing? But honestly, most of us just say, hey, what you doing tomorrow? What you doing? Or like if you see somebody busy, hey, what you doing? What you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? So like I said, look out for these in movies and TV shows. I promise you'll hear many people, or in YouTube videos, I promise you'll hear a lot of people say, hey, what you doing? What you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? So that you just becomes cha. What cha? What are you doing? See, that just becomes cha. So that one, if you hear, so the other examples with were difficult because can mean to or of or have, depending on the word. But cha is like always being something being reduced with you. So like if you give someone some food and then they look like maybe they don't like it and you want to say, oh, don't you like it? Then a lot of people will say, don't you like it? Don't you like it? Or if it was yesterday and you're using past, didn't you like it? Didn't you like it? Didn't you like it? Didn't you like it? So yeah, this you will often be reduced to cha. And an important one that you'll hear a lot of people saying when they understand something, we have this expression, oh, I got you. And it means like, I understand what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I got you. It means like, yeah, I understand. I got you. But it feels kind of strange to even say it like that. I got you. Because people almost always say, I gotcha. I gotcha. So if you hear somebody say, I gotcha, it doesn't mean they got you. Well, it could do. But normally it means I understand. If someone grabs you and says, I gotcha, then it means they've caught you. But yeah, if you're speaking and they say, gotcha, it means they understand what you're saying. And you can use that one too when you're trying to speak English. It's probably something you say a lot. Oh, I understand. Now you can try saying, gotcha. Gotcha. It will sound very nice and casual and natural. So those other examples I gave you with like you and to and of and have, they fit into some like kind of categories. These other ones, these last ones I'm going to tell you don't really fit into a category, but they're very important ones. So the first one is ain't. And ain't means isn't, aren't, or am not. So if I say I am not, some people, and this one, not as many people use this one as the other examples I've given you. But this one is really important if you want to understand movies, because a lot of kind of cool, kind of gangster type people use this one. And instead of saying instead of saying I am not doing it, they'll say I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Or he ain't doing it. So he isn't. Yeah, you aren't. It's just he ain't, you ain't, I ain't. So personally, I don't use this one. But yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of my family members use this in the UK. And yeah, in America, you'll hear this a lot in like American movies. Especially, like I said, kind of cool people or like people from the countryside. So like Bob Dylan. I'm sure you all know Bob Dylan, very famous musician. In a lot of his song lyrics, and also when he's speaking, you'll see I ain't. So like he has a famous song, It Ain't Me, Babe. Like, it isn't me, babe. And the song is called It Ain't Me, Babe. So you can search, it's a very good song. You can search that and you'll hear it a lot of times. It ain't me, babe. Yeah, it isn't me. And then, yeah, some other ones. And this one is used a lot. And that's dunno. So can you guess what that means if I say, dunno? So it means I don't know. And yeah, personally, I use this one all the time because I don't know, it's quite long and it's something we say a lot. So when people say, hey, Liam, do you know his name? I just say, dunno. See, I don't know, okay? And then, yeah, just the last two little bonus ones. Sometimes me gets pushed into words before it. So, for example, if someone says, let me do it, they might say, let me do it. And again, yeah, this one's used quite often. Let me do it. Let me help you. So let me help you becomes like, let me help you. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. And yeah, a lot of people, including myself, when I'm not teaching, when I'm speaking with other native speakers, I'll say that too. Let me see. Yeah, and then we've also got the same thing happens with like give me. So when people say like give me the pen, can you guess? They'll say gimme that. Hey, gimme that. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, these are maybe a little difficult, but I hope this introduction to these words will help you to understand when you're watching movies or trying to listen to the radio or podcast or music, because people use these a lot in music. If you like to learn English with song lyrics, you'll hear all these a lot because normally song lyrics, or especially these days, are kind of in casual conversational English. So yeah, don't worry. Just keep watching TV shows, keep listening to the radio, keep listening to this podcast, and watching other YouTube videos and movies, and just look out for these little patterns. So today I pointed out a few patterns for you. So yeah, see if you can spot any other patterns, and then when you hear new short versions of words, you'll be able to understand them. And then yeah, eventually when you're comfortable, you can use them yourself, and it will make your English flow more smoothly, and it will make your English sound more natural. Because yeah, when I'm speaking to other native speakers, if I pronounced every word like very clearly, it would just take a long time to speak, and some, as a native speaker, if I do that, people will be like, why does he speak kind of strange, So these are used so much that as a native speaker, if I didn't use these, it would probably sound a bit strange and my speaking would be very slow. So yeah, just try to get used to it. Do your best. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all very much for listening. If you're listening to the podcast version of this, it might be a bit difficult to understand. So come over to the YouTube channel and watch the video version, because I'll be putting these words in the video so you can read them at the same time, and it'll be a bit easier to understand. If you're on the YouTube version, please like, subscribe. Everybody share with your friends, and I'll see you all back here next time.